All right, it is June 16th, and I will say just a quick prayer for us, and then we'll get going. Lord, I just thank you for these ladies that are here. Thank you for Stephanie and Jody. Thank you for all the ladies that are normally here. We pray that everything's going well for them. We do lift up Dawn on her trip to Italy, that everything goes smoothly and she has a great time and she's safe. And Lord, we do want to lift up Terry as she will be leaving to go to Guatemala in a little over a week. And we pray for her trip that it goes well. Lord, we thank you for Melissa Ramirez's new baby, that he came into the world safely, and we're excited for her. And it's always exciting when a consultant has a new baby. And Lord, thank you for that. And just thank you for everyone in our unit. Thank you that people are rallying and ordering, and we're reaching our goals, Lord. And we just put that in your hands, and whatever your will is, Lord, we thank you for that. It's in his name we pray. Amen. Okay, we are doing pretty good, y'all, for the month so far. I mean, we have to have a big month because this is June and we have to end and get our 300,000 and our car, but we are farther along than we normally are on June 16th. So that is very exciting, and it's kind of like everybody just coming together. So I'm very appreciative. And so I think we're gonna end June where we need to, which is really great. Um, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share this video so it doesn't. Well, y'all, if that keeps happening, can y'all hear me now? You, I can't hear you now. That is weird. Are you okay? I see. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start showing the video. If it keeps messing up, then I will just text you guys the video so you can watch it yourself. Because I don't want you to guys to have trouble. Like, I'm hoping this is going to stop, but if it does it again, I don't want it to be a waste of your time, but I want you to get to see the video. So I will text it to you if it messes up again. I'm like, this is ridiculous. We pay a lot for Optimum and it shouldn't be doing this to us. I don't know what the deal is. Okay. Let's start and pray that this works. Also, real quick, I'll tell you, I'm gonna put these documents on our Facebook page in the files, because she kind of talks about this. This is the ingredients that are in the foundations. And then this is her chart. And I'll tell you that this chart right here, it's the last page, the undertone chart, super helpful when you're trying to foundation match someone. And then she also talks a little bit about the difference between how you apply the foundations. So I will definitely put those on our Facebook page in the files. So you'll have those, and we'll just go and pray that this works.
How are we? I hope everybody's doing amazing. How are we? Oh, let me turn that down. I hope everybody's doing amazing. Welcome, you guys. Yeah, I'm so pumped. I am beyond pumped for tonight. Let's see, we've got like a minute. We're going to get right into it. It's so good to see your beautiful faces. Thank you for being on. I hope you are ready for a crazy, crazy educational filled, goofy filled time. It's going to be good. And we are going to be learning a lot. I hope you printed out your stuff. If you have not printed out your charts, go run, Run. Hurry up, go get them. You won't regret it. But we've got some notes because tonight is a night of serious learning, not just watching and understanding to a whole new level. A whole new level. Okay, I'll wait. Let's see. I'm gonna. Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna get her going.
Georgia, Texas, what? Okay, so straight out the gate, let's just get right into this. We're gonna try to keep this about. My hope is at 45 minutes. That's my goal. So I'm going to not chit chat a lot and just move. Because truly, this is like precious time, and there's so much to talk and learn about these foundations. So let's get right into it, okay? First and foremost, the first chart that we want to talk about is our light chart. Now we're going to have this. Oh, actually, that's a lie. We're going to get into ingredients first. So have your ingredient page. Just have this up. Cool. You don't have to go over this, but this is where you can turn it around and throw some notes on it, okay? Let's talk really quick. I was just talking about the models and screaming at the top of my lungs about the new foundations. Let's understand them real quick and what they are. They are the 3D formula, the 3D complex formula with skincare now, okay? Now, with all that being said, these are brand new colors. We're going to find, like in a conversion chart, you're going to find colors that are close, but probably not an exact match. But it's a great starting point. So I'm going to walk you through some of that. But here's the biggest thing about the new foundations. If you're a little confused and going like, oh, there seems like there's so many. Drum roll. Okay. Throughout history, we have been very limited in pigments when it comes to foundations. And you've had people like myself, you've had a ton of people of all types of different skin tone ranges not be able to fit in most skincare lines, okay? Oh, Mary Kay, just stop that, all right? So your company created foundations that have been expanded in the deeper skin, the golden skin, the more warm yellow skin tones, massively, okay? So if you're going like, what about the ivory and the mediums? All is good. Those, it's not that they haven't been touched. They have been improved with the 3D complex and the skincare, but your light is still 7 shades. Your medium, you're seeing 14. I'll show you something about 12, 13, and 14, okay? So those lighter tones really go between medium 1 to deep or medium 11. So ivory having 7, beige having 11 tones. Now, medium to bronze skin, tons, okay? Tons. So let's get into this. One thing about your new foundations and the importance of the extreme amount of color range, especially in the deeper skin tones. We're just going to do some comparisons real quick. Okay, so I jumped on and I looked at Prada, Fenty, Yves Saint Laurent, YSL, Armani, who else? Gosh, I didn't read my writing on that one. We'll just say that Mary Kay had truly, in my opinion, 18 shades if you add 12, 13, and 14, not just 15 deeper skin tone shades. YSL only had 12, Prada had 7, Fenty had 6, 4 that are medium deep. They all added about 17, but the skin tone shades that Mary Kay just brought out, extremely limited, extremely. So I was really shocked. So it says it's 10 deep, 26 with the light, medium, and deep all together from Fenty. With all that being said, there ain't a lot of options out there for women with deeper skin. Now, this is something that you climb the mountain and you scream at the mountaintops because women with deep skin, I just met a woman today. She would have been a bronze 130. She stopped wearing foundation. She said over 20 years ago because she has never been able to find a color ever, ever. And I was like, oh, Girl, come to my house tonight. Like, I'm about to change your life. So it doesn't matter if you're like, well, I'm not used to deeper skin. I'm not real sure matching. That is what we are here for tonight. Okay. And tomorrow. So let's just speed this on up and move on over. So you've got your ingredient page. You all need to look over this. We've got the most important, your true selling points of why is this better than A, B, C? Because of E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Because of this. Cool. This also gives you a very simple, it's not even like a scientific explanation. It's a simple explanation of glycerin, the vitamin B, H-defying peptides, or resveratrol, and jojoba. Cool. So you can be like, the more you know, the more you sell, to be honest. So moving on. Now we've got this. Let's get into quickly the application page. Real quick, y'all know we are grown-ups. Stop, don't use your fingers. I will come through this screen so fast and gently put you in a tight hook. Don't be using your fingers. We are professionals. Cool. We use brushes and we can use sponges. And your new sponge, y'all, game changing. Okay. This, we're going to keep into this because this is what we are using to apply the next 2 days. We're going to be going back and forth between the brush and the sponge. Personal opinion, even if you're like, I'm not a sponge girl, stop it. You need to play with the new Mary Kay sponge. And if you're having a hard time with the foundations, like if you are experiencing lifting or you're like, it feels like a lot, trust me, invest in a sponge, apply your foundation with a sponge to get used to the product, and it's going to be a massive game changer. Massive. Okay. Now, within application, when we are applying with our clients, one of the things we need to know, matte and luminous, what is the difference? Does one have more coverage? Does one have less coverage? No. One controls oil. One loves to give hydration. Cool? That's the basis of it, right? A lot of it can be preference as well. I like them both. I use a matte and a luminous. I mix them together in the same exact tone and apply them for the perfect satin finish. Throwing it out there. So choosing matte and luminous, and know this, these matte and luminous match. Cool. They are the same tone. We are still oxidizing with both. Cool. So we want to give it just a minute to warm up and become skin tone. Okay. With all that being said, with the matte and the luminous, we know that one doesn't create more coverage, one doesn't create less. One just controls oil, and the other is going to give hydration, dewy finish, a little bit of shine. Cool. Something cool about the matte. The matte, you can use a powder or you absolutely do not have to. What I've noticed is that after wearing it, after a few minutes, it actually, to me, feels as though it has surfaced in a powder finish, which is amazing and something I've never felt with a matte foundation before. So, highly impressed with mattes. We've always said to match with the luminous in the previous 3D foundations. Personally, I've been totally fine matching with the luminous or matte, either or. Now, keep in mind, both of them, we still need to give them a minute to oxidize and to become true to skin tone. Sound good? So regardless, expect the color to be lighter when you're color matching here or here. We're going to get on that. Here. Color match me here, please. Okay. So here's the thing. Also with color matching, we don't want to do blobs. So blend, don't blob. Cool? When you're doing a color matching, in the application of testing out the color, we don't want to leave a giant pile on the face. It will just misbehave like a bad teenager. You're like, didn't know it did that. Okay. So our best bet is just to blend it right in. Little blending, but do not blob. Cool? You will sit there for 2 hours trying to figure out which foundation is the right one. Blend. Okay. Now, buildable coverage. What does that mean? Buildable coverage. I want you to think like this. We are used to taking foundation and just putting it on the face, and eventually the skin will absorb and the thick cakiness, that look, will calm down. We are working completely opposite now with these foundations. I want you to think in these foundations, write this down. The coverage that you're getting straight out of the bottle, first application, properly used, you are getting a sheer to a light medium coverage. Okay. So these are not full coverage straight out of the gate. We need to build up to a full coverage. We will get into that when we're doing our foundation matching, just so you know. So again, instead of just doing one coat, like myself, prime example, I'll do a nice, just normal layer of foundation because I have sunspot, age spots, fun spots on my face. I'll give it just a few, like 30 seconds to a minute. Once I feel like, I don't want to say it's dried down, but it does dry down. It does set onto the skin. Okay. Once we're here, then we go back and we add just a little bit more. Cool. And just throwing this out there, if people have problems like you're going, I have to touch up my makeup and add more makeup throughout the day, and that can be problematic, this foundation removes it being problematic now. Like the foundation welcomes, like, hey, once you get like a layer down, I want you to think like mascara. We don't just go like, and then hope it dries, right? No, because they will fall. Our lashes will be straight out. It will be a heavy, clunky mess, right? We put on mascara, we allow a little bit of drying, a little tackiness, and we go in and again. Same thing with your new foundations, okay? This gives you all ultimate control. This is not like, sounds like it's wasting time. It is not. You know what is wasting time? Wearing 1,000 pounds of concealer and then putting foundation on and hoping half of it goes away because it looks cakey. So now you have a nice sheer medium coverage in the areas you want that coverage, and you can build up more coverage. Like for me, it's my cheeks in the areas that you want. So that's what buildable means. Cool. All right, let's move on to the charts. I even wrote notes. Y'all be so proud of me. Here we go. I want you to get to your first ivory chart. So if you're new to the company, this is going to be Martian talk. If you have been around for a minute, I'm going to take you back to medium coverage foundations. Okay. I want you to think about those undertones of, there was pink, a more pink. Yeah, there's a yellow, there's a warm yellow, there's all these different skin tones, right? All these undertones. So I just want you to grasp that. Again, if you're new to the company, ignore all that. But if you've been a while, you will, the matching foundation charts will click very, very quickly, very quickly. So with all that being said, this is the most important note about your new foundations. This is a neutral based line. Hear me out and write it down. This is a neutral based line. Straight pink foundations, straight yellow foundations, they're slowly making their way out. Okay. Pink girls have my back. Majority of pink women with true pink skin, when you give them the pink foundation, they're like, great, now I look inflamed. Really? They really want more of a neutral, and it's okay to have a pink tint. Okay? So I want you to think now of these new foundations instead of going yellow, pink, olive, neutral, cool, warm. Everybody's pretty much got a touch of neutral, and some have a tint of pink, a tint of peach. a tint of yellow, a tint of olive. You with me? So it's not based on cool, olive, warm, neutral, none of that. Y'all with me? Most of these foundations are neutral based. And as you go through your charts, you'll see that there's a tint in the background. This also means instead of you going like, there's so many, which one do I choose? You're going to find a lot of people fitting in the same colors. One, because it's a sheer medium coverage, but two, because it's no longer a pink or a super strong yellow. There are those options are there. They're there. When I get into the matching chart, it'll make sense. We've built it like a tree. So for some of those stronger tones, those are the branches of the tree. Okay, so they are there. If you need a color that is a pink and a color that is a yellow and one that is for sure an olive, they are there. But majority in how we have them structured is neutral foundations with tints, then the extreme, we'll consider now more extreme tones on the outside. So let's just look at this bad boy. Okay. Here is your ivory. Your homework tonight, not mine, your homework tonight. Do you see how it's missing the colors in your classic Mary Kay time-wise foundations? You're going to go and you're going to pull up all the ivories. I don't care if you're beige, bronze, blonde, brunette, doesn't matter. Go in tonight and you're going to fill in those colors. Every little thing that we can do for these charts, identifying these foundations, it really helps you register what you're looking at in the new bottles. So tonight, I want you to go in and find the undertone in the ivory foundations, have that filled in. That's your homework, okay? Moving on. You have your beige, you have your bronze page. This is the page that we are going to be spending the most time. This is my best friend. Keep this with you, okay? So I want you to think how we were talking about the tree. We've got cool, neutral, warm. This is just because you're familiar with it, okay? Cool, neutral, warm. These are all three in the middle, okay? Here is your peach. This is a branch column. Peach to me is just a more intense pink. So we pushed it over here, all right? When you get into the deeper skin tones, peach turns into warm brown. So we just took the deeper tones and put it down here, okay? Now I want you to look at each of these categories. You'll see a number with 2 dashes next to it. That means that number can be worn in both of those columns. Neither right and neither's wrong. It can literally cover both, okay? So let's go here again. The 3 columns that you are the most familiar with: cool, neutral, warm. If you all are not sure, you're going like, I don't even understand what cool is in the Mary Kay line. In the Mary Kay line, cool means pink. Cool is pink. Warm is yellow in the Mary Kay line. Neutral is olive, ash, or I don't know. No joke, seriously. Olive, ash, I don't know. Start with the neutral, okay? All right. So now you get the gist of this. You understand that the dashes by the number means that it can go in either of the columns. Now, undertone, real quick, okay? This is something that you are going to quickly think about. I'm going to give it to you just broken down in this way. Pink. I need you to write down pink. How do you know if somebody's pink? Pink doesn't necessarily mean pale. Pink, true pink, just means she's not getting tan. She's not getting bronzy. About sun. She's going to get red. When the redness goes away, she's going to return to about her same skin tone. Pause. I know a lot of y'all are like, why are we doing this? People think there's another way to figure out if someone is pink, yellow, or olive. There's not. This is the way, y'all. This is the way, okay? And this is how you do it. One, you'll get used to it because somebody who's pink, a true pink, and she's like, I totally tan. Sometimes you can look and be like, you're so full of it. No, you don't. And vice versa. I've met women with more in my skin tone. They're like, this is my super pale. And I'm like, okay, so that's her pale, which means that she can jump way past me in the deep ones. Y'all with me? So pink is the lighter skin tone that usually, I didn't mean to say lighter. Sorry. Pink is the skin tone that can't change much after a sunburn. If it gets burned in the sun, go back to natural tone. Kind of chase the same skin tone. Might get a little bit pinker, but usually around the same skin tone. Okay? Yellow. Yellow skin tone, that would be if young lady say she goes out into the sun, she gets a little burnt, but she can get a little bit of color. She can't get like this color, but she can get a little bit of color. Cool. She's like, she's not like pale. Okay. Now, olive. We are not green. We're not green. In fact, we are a more cherry almond red when we get sun. We get really red. There's no cosmetic light on the planet that can match us. It's all good. We're just hyper pigmented. Okay. Olive does not mean green. Olive just means exactly that. I would love to switch olive to hyperpigmented because we have hyper skin colors. Very strong, very bright, very bold, and not green. And not yellow. Cool? All right. With this being said, I want to get all the models in the camera for a minute because we're doing this. All right, y'all mind staying up with me? I want to show you guys right now with your own eyeball different skin tones. Okay, first we have Michelle. By Michelle and I standing next to each other. Did you guess Michelle is a yellow? And Michelle, do me a favor. I want you all to know these are the places we're looking for skin tones. Okay. A lot of people do this to me. They're like, here. I'm like, I don't care what you have a wonderful ear. Thank you. That's awesome. I ain't worried about this. I need to see what skin is showing because I want her face and her skin to kind of be in harmony. You with me? So I'm going to turn this way. Do y'all see yellow? Are you seeing pretty heavy pinks with me? I'm seeing a good amount of pink right here. You with me? Cheeks, we can even ignore that. I'm not even letting you look. Don't look. We can look at the hand. We can look at the arm. We can look at the chest. Would you all agree? Okay. You stand right here. I'm going to have you come over this way. Miss Amber, come on in. Bam. We have Miss Amber. Okay. I'm an olive. So I want you to think, check right in this area. I want you to notice these two skin tones now. Can you tell? When you put a pink and you'd say yellow, but actually she's more golden. When you put these two next to each other, it is really easy to tell like, oh, look, one is pink and one is not. Okay? Now, olive. I'm like a weird mix of both. Super strong, weird pink and strange colors everywhere else. Okay? Now, Miss Ebony. Bronze skin. Okay? Oh, you're good. I'm going to push this back for you. I love you guys for being such amazing, amazing models. Okay. So we have Miss Ebony here. Ebony. Wait, now, for my friends who are not used to bronze skin, I'm so sorry for yelling y'all's ears. My friends that are not used to brown skin, and people are going, I just see brown skin. Oh, listen to me. I want you to think of bronze can't just be brown by itself, all right? I want you to think at least in two ways with me. One can be a yellow, a golden brown, or a kind of I consider like brown and cherry, still a little bit of a reddish tint, okay? So where do we see these colors? Again, with Ebony, the throat, the chest. I want you to know with bronze skin, because bronze skin it doesn't deal with sun damage, redness, same type of thing the light skin does. So we have a lot of pink in our face at times. Bronze skin can, but this is where you will see those yellows. If you start seeing a lot of pink in the bronzer skin, she's a pink. You with me? You were looking at that cherry brown, rather it's deep or light. You all with me? So if you can see more of the gold, look at her forehead. Y'all with me? I'm not seeing a lot of red. I'm seeing more gold, yellow hues. Then all right. We're scooting this way. Perfect, my love. Okay, now, actually, Ebony and Dylan, if you don't mind getting a little bit close just for a second, I'm going to scoot here this way a little bit. Now, we should start to see one tone difference, but also I need to see the yellow. Are you starting to see the warmer colors? Okay, you can tell these are not the same tone. She has got much more warm and that cherry tone in the cheeks compared to the yellow here. Are you all with me? Are you seeing the hues and the highlights? This is where we're looking for undertone. A lot of people are like, show me your throat. Stop looking at the throat. It's light, it's weird, it never matches. No, throat tone is never in. You go with me? Don't match your throat and then put it on as foundation. Bad idea. Match the chest, bring it up to the face. But I wanted you all to be able to see all of us in one frame from pink to golden to yellow to warm brown to olive / neutral right here. Okay? Take a picture if you got it. All right, ladies, I appreciate you. Y'all can have a seat. I'm going to start with you. Is that cool? All right. We're going to fly through this. I'm pulling her back a little bit. Now, we're going to get into memorizing colors more tomorrow, but I want to give you like some real quick pointers, okay? One, memorize where your color is, all right? I'm a 210, so right now I'm like at a deep one-ish. That's my best color, okay? So if I know I'm a deep one, Ebony came in and says she's in a deep 6, and I already know Ebony's like a 130, okay? So just memorize a few colors in the new foundation line, and you'll be able to tell where you are on the map. Daxton is a beige 1. Okay, so that's normal. She'd be a beige 100. Okay, so instantly I'm able to go Daxton to my color to Ebony and understand where I am in the new foundations. Daxton is the beige or the medium 1. I'm the deep 1. Anybody close to my skin tone, they're not going to be past that deep 1. But if they're lighter than Daxton, they're not going to be darker than medium 1. So we're going to work through this and go. Okay, guessing and going. So just throwing this out there. She already gave me her foundation tone. She's been playing in the deep 10. We're going to look at it. We're going to check it. And we're going to see a few. I'm going to take the 9. And I want you all to look. So when we looked in the skin tone, this is actually was like absolutely perfect. Because if you remember, we were saying we see those beautiful, those cherry tones, a little bit of that pinkness compared to Ebony, right? So this is amazing. She's a pink. These are going to be so ridiculously easy to match. Above her is a 6. Down below is the 10. So I'm gonna use that small chart and just show you. I'm gonna go here. Totally getting red. All right, much better. Okay, so this is the 6. At minimum, this is where I would like to start and be like, oh, let me see. Nope, that ain't gonna work. You see that? Way too much. That's the problem. No, that's not gonna work. So if you look at this chart here, the only other way for me to go is deep 9. Oh, I'm sorry, deep 10. I heard the wrong. Deep 10. So right underneath that 6 is the 10. So we're going to get it here. And we are going to, yes. Perfect. Okay. Now, just to check, make sure we're right. Let's go. Who's next? What do we got next? The 10, we could jump into 12. Okay, so I'm doing deep 12. too dark. You with me? If these oxidize, and what that means is that when I put it down, it's going to be a little bit lighter than her skin tone for a second, a minute, a minute. So if I put a color down and it instantly goes dark, no, back up, back away, wrong tone. She's about to turn 3 or 4 shades darker in a matter of minutes. Bad idea. Cool. So we want to give it a second. But if you're getting this, no matter how much you blend that in, and you're like, but if I blend it in, it's not that bad. It's going to be bad. Stop. Okay. So we start here. Oh, sorry, my love. We start here. I'm going to take the 10 and I'm going to go right here. Before I let her put this all over her face, and I go, let's just double check this. I don't do this thing, and I don't suggest y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, stop doing it. I'm sorry. Stop. This thing looks cool online. If you're doing it for real to find somebody's match, Lord be with you. I know that is not happening. Perfect. So if you saw what we did next, we put it right here at her hairline. I did this because on her face, this is where the sun hits the most. So she should have the deepest colors here. So if this tone goes light here, abort mission, abort, we're wrong. We got to go a little bit darker, okay? I've applied here. I've tested up here. This blends in. Yeah, we're good to go. And really, if you look at that chart, the foundation matching undertone chart, it is going to be really, unless you were in the wrong column, as you saw, once you're in the right column, there's really not any options besides the right one. You're going to end up too light or too dark or in the correct color. So let's do this real quick. And I have, just to show you, clean water, my love. I got a sponge. Bam, bam, bam. We're going to use this bad boy. She can dip it on her face. I know where I put this thing. Now, let's talk about this. Because a lot of people were like, Lordy, what do I do? It's so cakey. It's so full. You are applying way too much. It's all good. I saw Daxton do it and was like, oh, whoa. She took a foundation and squirted it here, squirted it there, and here and there. And she started blending in, and we were in trouble fast. So what Daxton and I both learned very quickly was that I have been over applying my foundation. So truly, using this sponge will help you calm down, and it will absorb some of the product so that if you put down too much, it's going to be your best friend and be like, I got you, girl. It's going to absorb into the sponge and help you dilute what's out there, okay? So I'm only going to do half the face so that you guys can see. Absolutely stunning. We want the foundation to match as close as possible. And a beautiful transition from face to neck to chest. Girl, I love you. You're done. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, girl. I love you. Seriously, I love you more than life. Are you ready, Miss Pinky? Me? One end of the spectrum to the other, huh? All right. So we're going to go with pink. Okay, I'll take my glasses off. Perfect. Okay, here we are, ladies. This is what we're doing. Give me just a second. Let me clean up my lungs. Super strong alcohol in here. Okay, so we already gave you a huge hint at the beginning of this. Is she yellow? No. Pink, right? Okay, so is she a bronze pink? Is she a deep pink? No. Is she a medium? We can check that. Let's look. Because she doesn't, to me, she doesn't look like a super duper light pink. Would y'all agree? Let's just look. Because truly, there's not that many choices in the pink category when you get into light and medium. 2, 4, 7, 2, and 4. 2, 4, 7 in light, 2 and 4 in the medium. One of those 6 shades is going to be right. Hear me out. So let's start in the light. What we said, 2 and 4. I don't think we have to open up the colors. No, y'all, we can't do that to her. We can't do that to her. I gotta hold it up right there. No. You agree? You better, because I'm not. All right. We're not doing that. This is the light 4. Again, I'm going like maybe in August for her. I mean, I'm kind of going those really for her. It's my guess. Let's do it again. Yeah, no, y'all saw that. That was like Snow White popped up. No, you see that? That matches like the whites in her eyes. No, it's too light. Would y'all agree? We can sit here for an hour. You can blend it in as much as you want. That is, know this. When your foundation is too light, guess what happens? It makes you look aged. It makes your skin look textured. It makes it look dehydrated. It makes you look sick. And that's when you're looking at your face going like, I don't know what's wrong, but something ain't right. Okay. Also, make sure to get out of your winter foundation and jump into your summer foundation. They are not the same. Okay. Going back to, look, we gave enough time. Y'all know, right? So we can, nope. She's in the mediums. That's the last one. I even feel like 7 is, we're not even going to do it because we need a couple shades stronger than that. So we can bypass 7. Okay. Let's jump into medium. We're looking at medium. Let's look at medium 2. I mean, it's better. It's better. I don't know. I ain't forget. No, that could be. I mean, it could be November, December. Do you lose a lot of color when it comes like winter, fall, or do you say like I stay close to the same?
I get lighter. Yes.
Okay, sure. So possibly, this could be a good option for her when you revisit in like November-ish, okay? But as for now, we're going into June, July. Bad idea. Let's go up. So if 2 is not it, and you're looking again in this chart, medium 2 was not it. We're in the cool and the pink category. What do we got? The only option left is 4. Let's hope. We don't need to hope. This is going to work. Okay. I'm taking that 4. Diggity do. Did you see that? You did. Because it's perfect. All right. So this is the 4. Let's go here. Now, reverse for lighter skin. For lighter skin, instead of going where the sun hits, I'm going to go in the lightest area, which for me is like the bullseye. Go, hey. This right here on lighter skin women will tell you, girl, that is orange. That's yellow. That is ugly. Okay? Like, you ain't really got to put it all over. You got to do none of this. Leave it alone. This right here will tell you if you're in the safety zone or not. Okay? Light skin, quickly, will go, that's orange, that's yellow, that ain't working. That is, oh, magnificent. Magnificent. Okay, so we're going to apply. We're going to switch out for a brush. Personal opinion. I am still a stippler, okay? I like to stipple. So instead of stroking, you can do the strokes. Just know this. If your strokes, and you love them, it's just going to give you a sheerer coverage. Cool? If you want like more coverage like a sponge, then you stipple with your brush, okay? Buildable coverage. Let's just quickly hit real quick. So I'm going to do a light little coat. What we should be seeing is maybe a touch lighter than her skin, but literally as we're blending, it's warming right into the skin. So it shouldn't look pasty, light, anything of that sort. Oh yeah, girl, this is looking good. Looking real good. I'm going to just do it off the face so you guys can see the natural color compared to the new foundation tones. And don't be scared of these. Just know there's a lot of high yellowish tones / and neutrals in this line. And as you see, even though this is a pink foundation, this don't look like Barbie pink. This is a neutral with a hint, a tint of pink in it. Oh, it's gorgeous, like absolutely gorgeous. So now we did a sheer coat, okay? I can give it a second. I'm using a mat. I would even give it a little bit longer than this. So say she's going, I have rosacea. She doesn't. Say she does, okay? And you're like, okay, cool. What we're going to show her is to go right in and she can just stipple a little extra foundation right in these parts. But hear me out. If you are blobbing and you're putting a ton of foundation on, the minute you start doing this, you'll start to pick up product and you're like, what is happening? It didn't dry the skin. It's just hanging out. And the more you're messing with it, the more it's lifted up and it's like, ooh, let go. It needs to like dry down. It literally will set. I don't like to say because people think set in fine lines. It's not setting in fine lines. It's setting into the skin, on the skin in a beautiful way, becoming part of the skin. Once it's hit that process, then we go back and we can add a little bit more in those areas. That's how you get a blendable product. Sound good? Okay. You are good to go, girl. You are done and out of here.
It's interesting seeing on the screen the difference between the side that you did and the side that you didn't, especially on my lighter skin. Look at the difference between the pink, like my natural rosy cheek, right, compared to the matte finish on that side.
Well, let's ask. So does it feel heavy and thick?
No.
Oh. Does it, like, I was going to say, do you mind giving it a touch and just, how do you feel touch wise? Weird.
It feels pretty close to my skin, to my regular skin. Yeah, it's not tacky. But yeah, looking at the screen, it's a difference. You can see the difference.
You guys nailed
on the lighter skin. You can really see it.
That's great, girl. But she's good to go, y'all. Michelle, we love you and we appreciate you so much. But you have no idea. Are you ready?
I've been ready.
Let's do it. Have a seat, my love. Okay, I'm so excited about this because Amber is our example. Hear me out. I have been praying for Amber's for a long time because Amber has been like in a position where she's stuck either old school 210, which is it's too gray for her skin tone. Just know that. I ain't got to put it on her. I promise you. The neutral is too gray for her skin tone, but yet the deep was too yellow. So I promise she was in a situation in a lot of lines where she just couldn't get the color she wanted, and she probably had to go back over top of the foundations with bronzer, contour, blush to kind of get her more natural tone into the foundation. So let's get back. Okay. Remember how we said this is like the tree, the cool neutral pink, the warm yellow, right? Okay, so we're going to start in this category here. Personal opinion. I personally felt like even yellow was, it's, Ebony, can we borrow your face for 5 seconds? Can you see a little bit of how it would look a little bit more yellow and we got gold? Y'all with me? Okay, that's it. I love you. You're the best. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into the golden warmer yellows. Okay, this last category. This has got the 9, a 12, and a 14. So let's just start at the 9 and see what happens. Let me just clean up. I want to be respectful. And I don't know about y'all, but I think we have to ask them back to come do like a full glam workshop with us.
This was Amber's glam. You have no ideas, right?
I feel like we would have fun with her.
Yes.
Absolutely. Super strong alcohol friends. 91%. Okay. Pardon me. Okay. So let's do it. Where are we at? We're going to start in the medium. Cool. And we can just, there's no other option. Let's start at 9. Right there, medium 9. They're right. There's no other option. We do not have to get this out to go. No. No. Y'all with me? If I need to make it bigger for you to see, absolutely not. Okay. Personal opinion, I feel like the 9, maybe in November. Y'all with me? But with golden skin tone, know this: when she goes out in the sun, she can collect a lot of color really, really, really fast. Do you burn like never?
Very rare.
Ever, right? Okay, so we want to give her a foundation that allows her to move a little bit in skin tone. Okay, so we want to fit late July and August in this foundation with her as well. Sound good? So we don't want to go on the light end. So that means 9 is out, in my opinion. So next one, who do we got? If 9's out, we only got 2 more options. 12, right? So we're in the mediums. We would have to go to medium 12. Like, where did I put you? Brian, I love you. Okay. Put you. There. Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. This is hands down stunning. So this is the 12. Side note, I want you to notice the 12, 13, and 14 in the medium. Those are in those branches, okay? This is when the color expansion starts in the Mary Kay line, okay? This is going to cover different ethnicities. It's going to cover all kinds of different skin tones. This is where it begins. So, like for myself, I can't, my skin tone isn't golden enough to jump into a 12, 13, or 14. I got to go back up to the neutrals to deep 1. Deep 1 is still going to look gray on her. It's just not, it doesn't have enough like spice to it. So we've got our 12. Let's test it out and let's see what we think. I'm retired. This is amazing. This line was made for these ladies. Now, mind you, tonight's the first time we met. Cool. So we just did a little tester on their chest before they sat down. And like, this is it, you all. This is it. So I'll take you to the next one. 14. Let's check out 14. Just in case you're like, what about that one? Like, why not? Well, here's my thing. One, she's in the she's not in the peach and the warm brown category, in my opinion, at all. By looking at her, I can say she's not peachy. She literally has a golden tone. She looks like gold. And she's dipped in gold, right? For real. So again, trust your all's eyes. As you saw, go back. I hope you took a screenshot of all of us standing here. Go back and remember the pink, the neutral, the yellow, the warm brown, the goldens.
Stop for a second. So there's like 10 more minutes. Do you want me to keep going? Or do you want to watch it? You want me to keep going? Because there's just like 10 more minutes. This is pretty good, isn't it? It's making me rethink what you should try, Jody. Okay, we'll finish it up. Where'd it go? Oh, oh, there it is. Okay.
The 12 is ridiculously spot on. But just in case you weren't sure and you're like, she doesn't know. Yes, I do. Here's the 14. No. Instantly, no. Now, say July happens, and that could be a possibility. It very well could be, depending on how much color she collects. It very well could be. But personally, I feel like we don't need to go anywhere further than 12. That's enough. And if she calls you in July and is like, girl, I done went down to Brazil and we was out swimming and surfing and the sun just ate me up, then we may need to send her a sample of 14 just until that intensity calms down. But other than that, she's a solid 12, you all. Easy. And if you look at the chart, we literally have nowhere else to go. The 9 was too light. The 14 was too dark. The 12 was perfect. Yes. You are good to go. I'd love, here, let me get this so it doesn't get on your gorgeous shirt. You are amazing, my friend. You are good to go, girl.
All right.
Bless you, girl. Get over here, Miss Tiffany. Last one, you guys. Now, and I know this is a lot of matching. It's all good. That's why there's a replay. Hopefully, slowly, we're seeing how the charts are working. So at least we can feel confident in the matching. The undertones, again, you all, a lot of people are feeling like it's in their cheeks. It's not. Ignore their face. It's not even there. We want to see the body's tones that's coming out, okay? Deal. So here we go. And now we're personally about to see how flexible the foundations are, because she's usually in like a warm, right? What, warm 130, right?
Yes.
Okay. But the 6, if you notice, is more in a coolish pink. It's because it's completely flexible and you can do that. So let's go. Let's start where we want her in the. Well, let's just look at the yellows. Haha. This is amazing. That's how we know we're in the wrong column with ebony. If I started in the yellows, I could give her a 2. That's one shade darker than me. Not really. It's more orangey. No. The next is a 14. So I can't be, this can't be right. Right? I have to go somewhere else. And I'm going, okay, I can try an 8. That seems pretty deep for ebony. So I'm going to have to go in this area. Because again, I was a bronze 110. So if I'm a bronze 110, and we know but the bronze 110 is the deep 1. We have the, what was it? The 10 was the 160. So 10 is 160, and 160 was Danetta, our very first model. So we can go a few back from that, okay? So if Danetta was 10, 8 still seems pretty close. Let's start with 6 and just see what happens. When I say 8 seemed close to 10, I mean actually in numbers. It seems still too deep. So let's try. We're going to go here. Where's my 8? Let's try. We're going to start. Oh, no, it's 8. Yes, we'll start at the 8. There you go. So you can understand what I meant by like, I don't even have to pull it out. No. Too dark. No. Deal? So we know it's not an 8. It's not a 1. So we have to go over. Okay. We visited both these columns. Both of these columns were incorrect. 2 was too light. 1 is too light. 8 was way too dark. We have no colors left in these 2 columns. It forces us over to this column here. 4, again, I personally think is going to be too light. We know 10 is going to be too much. So literally, we have 2 colors, the 4 and 6 that we can try on ebony. One of them has to be right. Okay, so here's the 4. We're going to give it a go. Ooh, that's pretty nice. That's kind of nice. All right, hold on. So what do we got next? The 6, right? By looking at ebony, I would say we all can agree that she's not peachy. Okay, no way. Right? So we're going to ignore the 5 and the 7. They're in that peach category over to the side. I'm coming back in the 4 we just saw. Oh, we did. That wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad. But hold on. We're going to try the 6. Oh. Did we just find somebody who could pull off both? Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, so now this is such a good situation to be in together. So I'm going to get them both out. I've got the 4. This is the 4. This is the 6. They both look really great on her chest. Since we're going into summer, I would push more towards the 6 because it's summer. So let's take the 4. Now, Put them down for me. Y'all see that? Here, I'll make it bigger. You see that really pale spot? No! It doesn't matter how much we blend. It's going to give a ghastly white area to her forehead and any of the darker area, like beautiful contour, any of these areas, it's going to turn really pasty. Not cool. Before, no go. So, that's good. She got you at the 6. Now, if you look, 4 was a no-go. 10 was an edit and was way too dark. The only option is 6. Let's go and see how this looks and how we feel about this. What? Get out. Okay, you guys, do not be so scared of these foundations. They are very forgiving. They are very easy to match, you guys. Now, tomorrow night, we're also going to cover the app, how to use the foundation matching. Okay. Now, if you've been on my VIP, if y'all don't know about VIP, where you been? You've been under a rock. We have an amazing training subscription, and we get together every single week. Every week we have a Q&A, live Q&A. You can ask any question you want. Anything, doesn't matter. Okay, you can. Think that was before. Oh, get off my brush. See, look, you see that? Okay. Right? I'm like, oh, it better not be frozen. It's frozen. Okay. It was playing with us. Okay. That better not have froze up the whole time. I hope it wasn't frozen the whole time. With that being said, if you're not part of the VIP group, y'all are missing out. We do content every month that you can send to your customers. We got content for you every month. And in the VIP group, we have already talked about this several times. So much so that I forgot what we originally were talking about. Okay. Let's see. All right. I'm happy as with, I don't know about y'all, but look at that. Because we want Ebony's whole face, forehead, cheeks, everything to be in harmony. We don't want a peach face, light face, anything of that sort. Oh, extra. Yeah, April, thank you for that. The VIP group, FYI, Sunday. Oh, we haven't posted it. So we'll do it Monday. We have a Q&A on Monday. So you can bring your questions from this workshop over to the VIP, and we will sit there and I will answer them all. It's so much fun. We send you content. Every month there's application videos and training for you. And then we send different videos, same products, but less education, more fun, more sales based to your clients. You send it to anybody you want. And then just between us and the fence post, after we're done with this workshop, the VIP, we get to have a big customer event. So I teach my VIP's girls customers. They get to invite any customer they want, past, future, present, hopeful customer, friend, dog, I don't care. In a nutshell, yeah, I have a huge workshop, about an hour long. I teach them books and things of that nature, but we'll be talking about the foundations this customer workshop. So just check out the VIP and check out your models, you guys. So tomorrow we're going to be focusing more on the app. Ebony is coming back. Her and I, we're going to be matching. She doesn't know this, but she's going to be matching me too. And y'all going to have to watch her struggle through it. I got you, love. I got you.
Okay. Okay. So I think that's pretty helpful. Her charts are really good. So I'll email you the charts too. I'm going to put them on our Facebook page, but I'll email you the charts as well. I think I emailed to some of you guys last week and then she updated them. So I'm going to re-email the charts. And there is a second video that I think I already emailed you, Jody, because I sent you both videos, but I'll send you the second video too, Stephanie. So I think it's helpful. I always have been striping here for a long, long, long time. And she's telling us not to do that. The thing I noticed the other night when I was striping people at Delia's party is people don't always wear clothing that makes it easy to stripe here, you know. And in the wintertime, people are going to be wearing, you know, so we'll have to tell people. But I want to do more striping here. And I thought it was interesting, like if you're darker skin, you should test it up here. If you're lighter skin, you should test it here. I've never done that either. And so I thought that that was really helpful. So does that make you think you need to try a different color or anything, Jody? Or
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, yeah. It's what I'm wearing today is not good. Uh,
yeah.
and what I was on. So I just keep going back to the prior 3D foundation. So yeah, no, I don't. But I don't agree with that statement that she made about that that pinks do not tan because I am pink and I
Hmm.
tan.
But maybe you're more like her. Maybe you're more hyperpigmented.
Maybe, maybe I don't know. I mean, I do burn, but I've always
Hmm.
tanned. I've always tanned. So maybe I am more. Maybe I am more of a cool olive and more neutral.
Hmm.
I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see. You know.
Yeah, take her that last chart she has and kind of look at that because
Yeah.
I that really helps more than the company chart because the company chart just goes down and it's hard to figure out what the next
Well,
one is.
it's trying to tell you what your undertones are, and I like how she said it is a neutral base with
Hmm.
a pigment, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay,
That makes a lot of sense because I have felt like people like you that I would put in a more pink. I can't figure it out. I can't
yeah,
figure out more
because
pink.
it's not available. So
Hmm. Yeah. So I think that that's helpful. Well, thank you guys for sitting through that.
yeah,
And
no, it was good.
I will email you guys the rest of the stuff and you can watch that yourself. We will have a meeting next week. Let's see, what next week is the 23rd, right? Yeah. We'll have a meeting on the 23rd and we're going to have a meeting on the 30th. So we will do that. And I appreciate y'all hanging in there and being there. Congratulations on getting moved, Stephanie. Yay.
Thanks.
We're happy for you. I hope your MRI goes well and you'll have to keep us posted. And
Yeah.
Jody's going to have surgery on her carpal tunnel on July 2nd. So we'll be thinking about that. So yeah, and you'll maybe get your finger working because it's been 6 months. So, and poor Jody, we did a vendor thing together, and so her finger doesn't work, and I'm not mechanically inclined. So, amazingly, we got everything together with the big tent and everything. So anyway, all right. Well, I'll let y'all go because it's already 7:12. But thank you guys so much for being on. I hope that was helpful, and I'll email you the extras things so you have them. And you guys have a great rest of your week. All right. See you later.